It's the 2K Sports pregame show, brought to you by Kia.
Welcome, everybody. This is 2K Sports with Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it's the Houston Rockets as they'll be playing against the Washington Wizards. Looking at the Wizards, they're not satisfied with the record over the last 10 games. Under 500 basketball, just not good enough. Looking to improve tonight. And Shaq, we're coming up to the halfway point of the season. Some teams finally getting into a groove after a somewhat shaky start.
Yeah, every year is different. Sometimes it takes a little longer to figure out. But what's most important is you get hot at the right time.
Oh, that's right. I agree with that. And you have to have a lot of experience on your team. And those guys know how to pace themselves. And you can just kind of relax. Quality veterans won't allow the season to be a sprint. It's a marathon.
Tip-off coming up shortly. It's time to send it to Kevin Harlan for the call.
It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as well as Doris Burke. And we've got David Aldridge on the sideline. Houston Rockets here at home, and an interconference matchup should be a good one. They went to Washington for their last meeting with the Wizards, and they came out with a win.
And believe it or not, it wasn't the stars that led the charge for them in that win. It was about the role players. I mean, the guys who they don't usually count on for the lion's share of their points came through.
You know, typically you're looking to your second unit for hustle plays, rebounding, things like that. But this time, it was their offensive punch that sealed the victory.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So on the floor for Washington, Beal and Porter are out on the wing. Morris paired with Gortat down low, and it's Wall in at the one spot. Now Anderson, Bradley Beal missing from long range. Porter with the steal. Here's Gortat, and Capella sends it back. All-Star break is coming up. The league lately extending that break so that most teams, Doris, will have 8 or 9 days off. I know you like that idea.
I really do. I like the extended break because beyond the physical rest, I think the toll mentally can be sort of a grind. And remember, these are men with families, children, wives. So it gets them a chance to reconnect, and it's so important, no different for you and I.
Another good move by Adam Silver to recognize and listen to the players who push for this very hard.
Have you seen a commissioner come in and so seamlessly take over for a legend in David Stern? What a job Adam Silver's done.
Incredibly perceptive. You're right on it.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Wall, that's good.
Listen, Beal could have taken that shot, but the court vision's so good that he sees a chance to get his guy a better look.
Here's Capella. Wasted no time on that one. Capella's got his first 2 points.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
And Wall kicks to Morris. Anderson with the block. And so it looks like the Wizards will retain possession here. Wizards ball. Here's Gortat. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anderson. Off the inbound. Again, the miss by Morris.
Not a good pick there. If I'm shooting the ball and I'm looking at it, I'm asking, where is the effort? You've got to do a better job of screening.
The Wizards have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. And Wall kicks to Porter. Wall against Harden. Morris outside. Pass to Porter. And here's Here's Wall outside. No good that time. And the Rockets take it the other way. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And then in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Well, hard to dispute. They faced very little resistance. But still, you have to convert when given the opportunity, and they certainly did.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to speak with Kevin McHale for just a minute. He said they know the challenge going up against this team that can score so many points in a hurry. He said we cannot try to match these guys basket for basket and get away from our defense. Because if you slack off these shooters even a little bit, then they really go off. We'll see if they can find that balance tonight and even this season series. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, Dave, thanks. They're probably well aware of the firepower they're up against here.
You know, it sounds like it. I mean, their coach knows how tough it is to slow this team down, and he wants to make sure his guys understand that as well.
You know, I think they're ready for it. Their coach called it out, acknowledged the challenge they're facing, and this should be a good one.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. For the three. And another miss by Washington. Houston leading by 4. And Anderson kicks to Beverly. Reeves the dishes to Capella. Houston moving the ball around. Harden the pass to Capella. Kicks it out to Harden. Back to Capella. He feeds it to Harden. Shot clock at 2. Off target from the wing. Wizards trail by 4. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Just a really good finisher inside. Morris showing aggressiveness at the point of attack.
Now here's Harden. And he just worked New York in that last game. Ariza kicks to Harden. Trying to find Capella. Gets it to him. All with it. Morris right side. Outside, Wall. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
It's stolen by Capella. Wall against Harden. Here's Beverly. Drills the three-pointer. Beverly's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And Wall kicks to Gortat. Feeds to Morris. To the middle, Beal. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Love to see a shooter like Beal mixing it up on the interior.
Well, for Bradley Beal, he's just an incredible three-point shooter, and Doris always has been since he came into the league out of Florida after growing up in the St. Louis area.
Well, think about this, Kevin. Beal has never averaged less than 4 three-point attempts a game in his career. This is one of the most consistent three-point threats in the NBA, and his shot is effortless. With how well this guy shoots, you almost wish he could shoot more often and see how far he can take his game.
That's off as well, so he misses both. Wizards trail by 3. Pass to Porter. It's Beal on the wing, defended by Beverly, and out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for the Rockets.
And the long-range game, a staple for them offensively. It's clear they embrace the value of that extra point, and spacing the floor, something they look to do every time they're on the court.
Rockets leading by 3. Harden kicks to Beverly. It's Ariza on the wing. To the middle. Here's Capella. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Capella's got 6.
Boy, what great body control you saw there, laying it up and in despite having the defense draped all over him.
Wall dishes to Beal. And it's Wall. That time the assist from Beal. Beal's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Just love to see John Wall take it inside and get the job done. Shows how versatile he is.
D2 from Anderson. And again, the Rockets good for 2. So timeout called here. The first for Washington. And Defense such a huge part of winning in the NBA. All championship teams, all championship players have it. Doris, which players do you think are the best of the best on the defensive end of the floor?
Well, I think DeAndre Jordan has got to be considered in terms of his ability to protect the rim. The Clippers changed their defensive coverages this year, and they allow him to be at the rim a little bit more, which as a driver, you're sitting there thinking, boy, I don't want to meet DeAndre at the rim. I think you have to look at an underrated guy because of his versatility and ability to guard guys like LeBron James, Kevin Durant, series after series. That would be Andre Iguodala. Unbelievable strength, terrific hands, physicality in terms of his frame to be able to absorb contact. Those are the two guys to me, different positions, but really huge factors.
Great way to put it.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
And it's Capella missing.
He has the skills to finish that. I cannot believe he blew it.
Porter passes to Wall. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
We all know John Wall has been the subject of media scrutiny during his tenure in D.C., and so much expected out of him that when the team comes up short, obviously the blame falls on him. He is the leader, but sometimes it feels as if he's the only player to get blamed.
First free throw is good. Well, with Wall in the media, Wall himself said that he'll make sure to read every critical piece about him. The thinking is, Doris, you can't just read articles when you're playing well. He'll use any criticism as motivation.
And isn't that, Kevin, exactly what the great players do? They find motivation wherever they can. And I think you have to give credit to John Wall for not shying away from criticism, right? What makes you get better other than when people are challenging you?
And a wide open look for Thornton. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Houston leading by 3. Gordon kicks to Harden. Gordon dishes to Harden. Passes it to Harrell. It's Ariza on the wing. It's Ariza on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Capella. These players have excelled at setting up their teammates this month. The 2K leaderboard shows us the recent assist leaders. Number 1, John Wall.
Really been in sync with his teammates over that period. I mean, his passing has been phenomenal.
That's good from Capella.
If you think about the Wizards roster, it's a real mix of young and veteran players. And the question is, as those vets age, can their young players take that step forward and keep them competitive?
There's the pick. Left side, Wall. Shot from the wing. Offensive rebound, Nicholson. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Just has a tremendous nose for the ball. Buried his way into position and got the putback.
Here's Harden. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play. And the Wizards' 2016 draft pick conveyed to Phoenix in a trade for Markieff Morris.
Well, Kevin, we've seen this is a franchise not opposed to trading picks for veteran talent. They did that for Marcin Gortat, and I like that trade for them. The danger, though, is if you get stuck in the middle with no room to grow. Let's see where they go from here.
Here's Nicholson. 8 points his last outing. Here's Harden on the wing. Outside Gordon. Trying his luck deep. Nicholson grabs the board. So for the Wizards, their last game a loss to the Brooklyn Nets.
And I really felt in watching that game that they needed to abandon the three-point shot. It wasn't there. The percentage was horrific, but yet they continue to try and knock them down.
You know, the opportunities were there to shift gears, pound the ball inside perhaps, but that wasn't the strategy going in, and they elected not to alter it.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
It's Ariza on the wing, guarded by Porter. Capella, the pass to Ariza. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's going to go on Otto Porter Jr.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
The Rockets shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
Houston making a switch here. Nene's checked in. That one is no good. Doris, we know you were a standout point guard in the Big East for Providence. What players do you feel have a similar approach to the point guard position that you played so well in the NBA now?
Well, I was not your necessarily traditional setup point guard. I was a player who liked to get to the rim and get to the free throw line a ton. So I would say somebody like Kyrie Irving who wants to be a dynamic scorer, handle is there. So I didn't mind passing, Kevin, but I wanted to score it too.
See, I picture you as like a Chris Paul. Leader.
Yeah.
Could do both equally well. You could dish as well as anybody, but drive as well as anybody too.
I'll tell
You're
you this,
probably being modest. Too.
I'm not being modest. I was pretty tough too. You didn't like to play against me.
But I like broadcasting with you.
Back at you.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
1:51 left to play in the first. And here's Thornton outside. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Ariza's got 5 rebounds tonight. Harrell kicks to Harden. Shoots from 12. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession.
And we get a chance to check out the numbers for Harrell. Averaging about 11 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And this is the kind of strong, steady play you like to see. He's earning his keep and helping them win games.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. McDaniels comes in for Gordon, and it's Patrick Beverley in for James Harden. Harrell kicks to Nene, and it goes out of bounds, going off Mahimi.
And let's see some numbers here on Nene. He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so. 4th in field goal percentage. And don't forget, top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
Smith checked in for Andrew Nicholson. There's 1:26 left in the first quarter. Here's Ariza, and the lead now, double digits on that bucket. Ariza's got his second basket of the night.
From the opening tip, he's been active and working for good looks. He's been pretty accurate.
The pass to Porter. Back to Wall. Shot on the wing, and the shot falls short this time.
Ooh, his shot is way off. Someone else is going to have to step up scoring-wise if they're going to be competitive.
Harrell dishes to Beverly. Houston moving it around, and it's in there. And it's a 12-point Houston lead.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for KJ McDaniels. There's 45 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And that one's good by Porter.
The length and athleticism of Otto Porter, able to weather the contact, still get it in over the top.
Gordon outside. A shot that time, not on target. And Washington the other way now.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Thornton no good.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
He knows it. He just got locked into scoring mode and couldn't get out of it.
That doesn't go either for Gordon. Wall against Beverly. Now here's Wall. He's coming off a 22-point game against Brooklyn.
Yeah, but I also thought the rebounding was impressive. He got some huge boards in that game.
And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. The Rockets on top, up 10. We'll be back shortly live from Houston, Texas. And a chance to hear from Bradley Beal. He came from a football family in St. Louis, but said his mother introduced him to the game of basketball.
She definitely put the ball in my hand. She's the one who taught me my...
Maybe some other NBA players should be practicing with Bradley Beal's mom, because she has definitely honed something special into him.
To be sure. I'm just not sure some of the more delicate NBA egos could handle her trash talking once she beats them in a game of horse.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And when you consider how the Rockets are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
It's all about their defense. They have just done a terrific job of negating the timing and spacing of their opponent.
Boy, they have not been caught out of position much, and they're taking great angles to the ball. I love what I'm seeing tonight.
So on the floor for Washington, they've got Bradley Beal. Mahimi is out there with Jason Smith. Then it's Thornton, and it's Wall in at point guard. Lets it go from deep. Kept alive by Washington.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way.
Unbelievable.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
You know, and I'm not seeing any urgency out of this defense, especially considering the deficit in the score.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. Here's Brewer. Here's Gordon. The pass to Ennis. Dishes it to Nene. Kicks it to Ennis. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. And it's going to be a 3-second call. And a look here at the shot chart.
Well, you have to think that he is going to look to go to the rim a little more often going forward, because the three ball just hasn't been there. Sometimes it seems he's not getting his feet set or rushing his shooting motion, but either way, it just ain't falling.
Wizards trail by 10. Here is Wall. He has 6. Thornton passes to Wall. Outside for Beal. Tries to keep it alive. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Well, Doris, in your playing days of Providence, you were known as a hard-nosed player, extremely competitive, fearlessly going down the lane. Do you think that's something a player can learn, or is it something that you're born with? It's within you, so to speak.
You know, I think you can be successful without necessarily having a tremendous competitive drive. I do think you want to have a certain level of pride, but toughness and competitive spirit, I think, you know, there's a wide variation from player to player.
They set the pick. Nicholson kicks to Thornton. The Wizards with another miss.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Harden dishes to Gordon. And some nice passing there by Houston. Launches a 3. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Harrell. Harden's got 5 points in the quarter.
And just a little bit ragged defensively.
It's been the story all too often for them today. Too disorganized, not playing cohesive basketball at all.
Gortat's checked in for the Wizards. Now we have a moment to see the best rebounding teams in the league. The Rockets, number 1.
They are tenacious when it comes to attacking the backboard. Physical, smart, and determined. No surprise to see them at the top of the ranking.
Harden against Wall. And so it looks like the Wizards will retain possession here. Ryan Anderson has checked in for Houston. Here is Gortat. 11 points for him in that last game against Brooklyn. Wall with another miss.
Neither coach nor his teammates are pleased with the way he's playing. He's simply got to adjust his shot selection.
Brewer passes to Gordon. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And chalk up a few more points for him there. This has been a one-sided game in just about every area.
In just about every phase, they have dominated. Lockdown defense, explosive offense. This has been special.
Thornton, no good.
just needs to take his time there. He had all the space in the world to shoot.
Here's Brewer. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. And the Rockets lead by 19. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And another miss by Washington.
Really tough for this group right now, trying anything to stop the run.
Well, that's the danger. Very hard to get the momentum back once it's shifted.
Here's Gordon. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And how is the West shaping up, guys? Well, let's take a moment here to check it out now that the mid-season grind is well underway. Take a look at the Warriors. Quite a season they've assembled here, guys. Perched up there in first place and playing terrific basketball game in and game out. And checking out Houston, 2.5 games back.
And seeing where the Rockets are, every NBA season, there's always going to be some big surprises in store. And I think this season, they'd have to be considered one of the biggest of them all.
Oh, no question. And we're deep enough into the season to know, hey, this hasn't happened by accident. They are genuine contenders here.
Outside, Wall. There's a screen by Gortat. They set the screen. Here's Beal. Beal with another miss. And here are the Rockets. They're on a 13-1 run. Harden kicks to Brewer. No good from outside. Wizards trail by 20. The dish to Nicholson. That shot misses. Some solid defense there by Nene. Down low. Here's Anderson. Gortat with the defensive effort.
He can be a dominant, intimidating threat, but the defense stood tall.
Here's Wall. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. Wall's got 8 points.
I think that pull-up jumper is a shot the defense will concede to John Wall. They think you can't take away everything.
Down low, it's tipped. Gortat with the steal. And now in transition is Thornton. Here we go. The putback, it's good on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Now the feed to Brewer. Here's Gordon, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Gordon's got his third basket of the night.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Outside, Beal. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
You know, we've seen the last few seasons Bradley Beal take a big jump as a player, and it's not only his ability to knock down threes, that he's always been able to do. It's his overall offensive and defensive game where he's more complete.
And for Beal, who continues to improve, he knows that in order to be a game changer, Doris, on the floor, he has to be deadly wherever he is with the ball.
You know, I think, Kevin, there is no doubt that Beal can take his game to another level this season. He's done much better moving without the ball to get easy looks and create space, and he is much more engaged in the little things that you need to be an elite shooting guard.
5 on the clock. Here's McDaniel.
Oh, look at that.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. Washington calls timeout.
Just trying to get a break in the action to clear some heads here. I mean, they've gone ice cold, and not a bad idea to give them a little quick breather.
Quick breather and maybe scheme something up that we haven't seen yet in this game. We'll know soon enough.
Wizards making a switch here. Morris is checked in. Wall dishes to Beal. He kicks it to Thornton. Tries a 3. And rebounded by McDaniel.
Not a quarter to remember as far as his offense is concerned.
You know, it feels like he's forcing things. Getting a little frustrated by not letting the game come to him.
Morris kicks to Thornton. Looking to get it going. Can't get it to fall. Houston leading by 18. Pass to Capella. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Capella's got 10.
No doubt that is within his range.
I think that's exactly what you're looking for on the break. Finish right at the rim.
Wall passes to Beal. Back to Wall from outside the arc. Ariza with the rebound. Ariza's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
He's lost it in this quarter, no doubt about it. Nothing seems to be going for him.
McDaniels dishes to Capella. Kicks it out to Ariza. Back to Capella. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Outside, Wall. Out of bounds. Wizards ball as Washington keeps possession.
And now look at Ryan Anderson. Some numbers on him. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's around 10 points per game, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
He's trying to make something happen, but obviously been a tough quarter.
Rockets leading by 22. Harden kicks to Ariza. Back to Harden. From 17 feet out. Misses off the left iron.
Who knows what happened there, but I'm sure the defense is aware they dodged a bullet.
Now, here is Gortat. Capella covering. And Gortat kicks to Beal. Shot to end this cold run. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
And this collapse we've seen by their interior defense, it's really the reason why they've struggled and are in such a hole.
Their D is getting chewed up. It's time for someone to step forward, put their foot down, and put a stop to these easy baskets.
And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way.
And let's see some of the numbers on John Wall. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run. First in assists, 5th in steals, and he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
There's a screen by Gortat. And Wall kicks to Beal. Good work there as it goes. Beal's got 4 points this quarter.
Just 1 for 5 this quarter. You know he wants to help his team, but not sure if shooting is the way to do it.
And the basket by Harden.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
To the paint. Here's Gortat. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. Gortat's got his second bucket.
Well, that's just a nice decision by Wall. Found him wide open.
Harden outside. Trying to find Capella. Gets it to him. Anderson can't get it to go. A difficult situation for Washington. From deep, Thornton knocks down the 3 ball. Thornton's got his second bucket of the night. Houston's gone 2 for 5 from 3-point land since the end of the first. McDaniels passes to Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. Wizards trailed by 21. And here's Wall. 8 points for him. And yes, it's good. Wall's got 10 points in the game.
Yeah, he's so integral to the success of their offensive system.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. The Rockets making a switch here. Beverly's checked in. Jason Smith, he's checked in for Washington. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Marcus Thornton. Ball against Harden. And Wall kicks to Beal. A putback. It's rebounded by Houston. The Oklahoma City Thunder will be in town for the next one. And that game closes out the 4-game homestand for them. Dives for it, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris. And a look here at the shot chart.
Well, just look at the cluster in the middle of the paint. That right there tells you all you need to know about how they have built the lead they have. They are playing with more intensity on the offensive side of the ball, and it's the difference in the game right now. You have to love how they've approached this matchup.
.144 left in the first half of the game. Wall with the steal. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist from Porter. And that's now 6 points for Markieff Morris. Houston leading by 17. Riza dishes to Capella, and it's out of bounds to the Rockets as Houston retains possession. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard to see which players have had the most success from the stripe this month. 5th on the list, James Harden.
And during that time, guys, he's been an absolute dead-eye shooter from the free throw line. His concentration just never wavers.
Anderson the screen. Harden the pass to Beverly. Puts up a 3. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Eric Gordon, he's checked in for the Rockets. And the Wizards making a change here as well. Mahimi's checked in.
Boy, when you see Markieff Morris, you can't help but think about what went down in Phoenix with him. There certainly was some fighting going on between him and other teammates. He demanded a trade several times, eventually just taken out of the rotation, even though his skill was good enough to be on the floor.
Wall against Gordon, and Wall kicks to Beal. And a miss there on the triple.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Houston moving it around. Beverly dishes to Capella. From past the arc. His 4th miss of the game. He's made 3. On offense, here are the Wizards. They're on a 14-6 run. Tips it. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And that's now 11 points for Beal.
Beal, seeing an opportunity to hit the glass, knows how to come up with a big-time offensive rebound.
Out to the right wing. Feeds to Gordon. And it's Ariza in the corner. Anderson outside. And here's Gordon from outside. And we finished one half of basketball. Rockets lead by 14. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Bradley. The old saying, no rebounds, no rings. How important is it to continue to have 5 guys go to the glass in the second half?
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson, joined by Kenny Smith, right there, and Shaquille O'Neal, he's right there. James Harden led the way in the first half. He had 18 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 assist. The first 2 quarters went very well for him. Kenny, what you think about the Rockets?
James Harden looks like Santa Claus, man. He's got the beard. Well, he doesn't have the belly, but he's got the beard, and he also comes bearing a lot of gifts. I mean, he can score from anywhere he gets in the lane, and he can find his teammate. Ho, ho, ho.
And over to Shaq, your take on the Wizards.
Ernie, I don't use this word a lot because, one, I can't spell it, but it was definitely a subpar effort for them on the glass. That hurt. They're serious about cutting into this deficit. It's gut check time. Ugh. You hear that, Ernie? I'm hitting my gut. Ugh. You got to check your gut, Ernie. Ugh. Gut check time, Ernie.
And that about wraps it up, as the second half is just moments away. Now down to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the crew, and we will see you after the game, won't we?
Yes, we will.
Yes, we will.
Day turning tonight here in the Southwest. We're in Houston. Welcome back, everyone. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
Yeah, created a lot of quality shots for himself in that first half, and he knew when to pass it up when the double team came.
The 2 E's, efficient and effective performance from him, not needing a lot of looks to make a huge difference in the scoring column.
Trevor Ariza out there with Harrell. Then there's Gordon. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's McDaniels at the 2 spot. They're the group for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. Wizards trail by 16. All with it. And it's Gordon picking him up. Morris a screen. It's Porter outside. Kept alive by Washington. That one's not going to go.
just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
Now Wall. About 1 minute played here in the second half. Morris, no good.
He's been so inconsistent from the field, and that makes it hard for these guys to catch up.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Wall against Gordon. Wall passes to Beal. And McDaniels with the block. And it's out of bounds to the Wizards as Washington retains possession. Off the screen.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
Beal's shot is good.
That's something he can do all night, gentlemen. Beal is deadly spotting up.
Gordon kicks to McDaniels. Gordon dishes to McDaniels. From outside, off the mark. Wizards trail by 16. Beal the pass to Gortat. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
That's exactly the type of shot they're hoping for. Get it into the area where good things happen.
And here's Gordon from outside. Morris with the rebound.
Yeah, that's a head scratcher there. I don't know how he could think that's a good shot. That's not who they want out there jacking up threes.
Pass to Wall. Beal gets a wide open look. No good on the three. Rockets leading by 14. Here's Capella. Good for his 8th field goal. He's attempted a dozen shots.
Woo, you talk about threading the eye of the needle. He has an uncanny feel for this game.
Washington calls timeout.
Yeah, too many easy buckets coming from inside, and I think he wants to make that a point of emphasis.
Absolutely. Their challenge is to find a way to close off that lane without completely ignoring the perimeter.
And another miss by Washington. Rockets have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Harrell kicks to Capella. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
A little relish, a little extra to that finish, the double clutch before laying it in.
So far in the game, he's gone 2 for 4 from the free throw line.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Beal from long range. Rebounded by Capella. Rockets have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. There's Harrell. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Wizards trail by 21. Outside, Wall. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Here's McDaniels. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Back to Ariza. Shoots a 3, and he's good on the 3-ball. Ariza's got 9.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Morris a screen. Wall dishes to Beal. Puts up a 3. Beal can't get that one to fall. Here's Houston now. They're on a 14-4 run. Here's Harrell. Great D that time from Beal. Washington's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. There's Porter with the 3. The Rockets pull it in. Capella's got 5 rebounds tonight. Ariza to the inside. And it's denied.
Go gadget arms for Porter, enabling him to stuff that one.
Houston making some changes. Ryan Anderson, he's checked in for Harrell. Brewer comes in for McDaniels, and it's James Harden in for Gordon. Then for the Wizards, Andrew Nicholson, he's checked in for Gortat, and it's Thornton in for Bradley Beal. Here is Harden. They lead by 24, their biggest margin. Brewer passes to Harden. Anderson outside. The three. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. He's got 5.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Here's Wall. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
Well, Wall works hard to get shots from right there, uses his quick feet really well.
On the wing, Brewer. Harden left side. No good with the triple. The Wizards shooting a low 30% mark from the field. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Showcasing his skills with that slam.
He knows how to put the exclamation point on those, doesn't he? My goodness. And that last replay courtesy of Kia. Anderson outside. And some nice passing there by Houston. Here's Capella. That one no good. And it's Washington the other way. They can look forward to the American Airlines Center after this game. They'll match up against Dallas. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Rockets leading by 23. Here's Anderson. Good work defensively by Morris.
He's been off and on tonight, and that one didn't fall for him, but they still hold the advantage in this one.
Outside, Wall. For the three. Wall missing again. Houston's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Harden kicks to Capella. Pass to Anderson. From deep. And there's Ariza. That's good on the assist from Ryan Anderson. 12 points for Ariza.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Outside, Wall. He dishes it to Thornton. He feeds it to Porter. From the top of the key. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
Yeah, even he was surprised that shot fell. That was a crazy shot to make.
And Brewer kicks to Harden. Porter with the steal. Wall against Ariza. Here's Porter. The rebound by Anderson. Anderson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pulls it from the elbow. That doesn't go either for Ariza. Wizards shooting terrible so far in the second half. Down around 26%. Thornton for 3. They get it back. Here's Houston now. They're on a 16-6 run. And the pass to Anderson. Another miss by Houston. Anderson's gone 2 of 7 from the floor here. From deep, Thornton. And it's Thornton again missing. Houston's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Ariza kicks to Capella. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Morris. Here's Wall. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
No, and it looked like he got a bit ahead of himself and just couldn't pull back. Well, just watch Markieff Morris play, and you can see why he's such a threat in the front court. He's got the size and speed to guard either the 3 or the 4, and that gives you options as a coach defensively. Very smooth, easy jump shot. This is a really talented big.
It's Ariza on the wing. Here's Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
Boy, that leaping ability, just a great equalizer. One of the shorter centers in the league, but also one of the most explosive.
And the Wizards with possession. All with it. He's got 14. And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
So both teams changing it up here. Here's Beal. Drains the 19-footer. Beal's got 4 points in the quarter. And Morris isn't shy about letting it fly from deep. Not the most consistent shooter from range, but Morris will make you pay if you leave him alone, and he'll certainly keep you honest defensively.
Well, I think, Kevin, when Morris plays and moves, it just looks like he is a shooting guard with the fluidity of motion. You almost forget that he's a legit 6'10" because of the ease he has putting the ball on the deck to create a shot. There are not a lot of players his size as comfortable doing the moves he does to get open and find looks.
To the paint, here's Anderson, and the rejection by Smith. Porter dishes the wall. Here's Mahimi. The rebound by Harden. Houston's gone downtown a lot since halftime. They've missed 5 of their 9 attempts out there. Anderson wide open, and again it's the Rockets from deep.
It has been a 3-point barrage for them since halftime.
I mean, unbelievable. Whether they're wide open or defenders draped all over them, they're hitting from distance.
Top of the key, Beal. Shot off the pick. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Harden's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. And here's Anderson from the arc. Anderson can't get that one to fall. Kicks it to Wall. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it. Wall's got 16.
Catch and shoot opportunities, more efficient. Wall gaining confidence every year in that shot.
Onuaku the pass to Nene. Here's Onuaku, guarded by Porter. The 3 from Anderson. Anderson can't get that one to fall. The Wizards shooting 31%, not looking sharp offensively to say the least. Beal can't get it to go. Rockets shooting the ball at 46% success rate since the beginning of the third quarter. Here's Onuaku, guarded by Porter. And some nice passing there by Houston. Shot clock at 6. That 3 off the mark. Wizards shooting a pretty wretched 28% in the third quarter. This offense needs to maybe try some different angles. Wall, that's a 2-pointer, and misses it off the right side of the rim.
I don't know if he's trying to show off for the crowd or what. There's no reason for that kind of shot.
And Anderson slams it in.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Mahimi, a screen on Hart. And here's Wall outside. Again, the miss by Wall.
Boy, coach drew up a great play to get the wide open look. Perfect shot in that situation. He thought he had it.
Out to the right wing. Back to Harden. On the wing, Brewer. Shoots from the corner. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Here's Wall. There's Beal with the 3. And Onuaku pulls it down.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
Now here's Wall. From deep. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Rockets ahead, running away with it, and will return shortly. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. And so it's Washington with it. So on the floor for Washington. Satoransk there with Trey Burke. Then there's Jason Smith. Then there's Andrew Nicholson. And it's Eddie in at the small forward. The Rockets shooting 47% from the floor. Getting it done. Here's Ariza. And it's slammed in by Ariza.
Yeah, nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. And Satoransky kicks to Nicholson. There's a good screen. Dishes it to Burke. But they'll get another chance. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Beverly dishes to Ariza. Outside Gordon. And there's the call on Nene. And that'll be his third foul so far. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his fifth foul. Brewer is checked in for Trevor Ariza. To the inside. Here's Satoransky. The Rockets pull it in.
That's simply not aggressive enough. Needs to show grit and determination, and didn't on that one.
Nene, the pass to Brewer. Fires the three. Oh, good on that one.
You know, he clearly hasn't been as sharp as usual, but they're still scoring as a team.
Inside, here's Nicholson, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell. Well, with teams making their playoff push, you know, parity between the teams is the biggest goal of all the leagues. The NBA more than tripling revenue share. The little guys are in much better position now than they were a few years ago, maybe even more competitive now than they were a couple years ago.
That would have been like investing in Kevin Harlan's stock 20 years ago. I
You'd
agree.
be on the streets. You'd be in trouble.
I do think as a professional organization, and this is where the NFL has mastered things, right? Everybody should have an opportunity to win your championship, and I think that's the beauty of the NBA. Every decision they make is trying to line up the ducks so that everybody is equally positioned to have a chance to win.
It can't be done overnight,
no.
And it really is a reflection maybe more on the front office than on the play of the court. It's who you've got on your team.
Kevin, I'm a big believer in this. Not only should we show the head coach's record, let's show the GM's record.
I like that. Now here's Burke. He's guarded closely. Here's the screen to the inside. Gordon with the defensive effort.
Just getting a hand in the face makes all the difference. That was the case there.
It's stolen by Smith. Eddie kicks to Nicholson. No good that time. And it's Houston the other way. And here's Gordon from outside. And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way. For Washington, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Satoransky gets the bucket.
That's picture-perfect timing on that play on the part of both the passer and the cutter.
The dish now to Harrell. Houston moving the ball around. Nene, the pass to Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
Does the vertical. That's how he compensates. Some say he's too short to play the power forward, but he still scores over bigger guys.
And Satoransky kicks to Nicholson. Here's Burke. Hands it from downtown. Burke's got 5 points in the quarter.
And he is just so tough to guard. He can fake you one way and then use that beautiful spin to just blow by you.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
What about the finals format, Doris? 2-2, 1-1-1. It's back. Most everyone pleased about it. What do you think?
I love it because if you go to the old 2-3-2 format, to me, that middle stretch where the team that's lower seeded literally has 3 straight opportunities to change a series with home court advantage, that is unfair to the team that works so hard to get that top spot.
They set the pick. Back to Smith. 6 on the shot clock. No one near him. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Houston's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Brewer traps in the tray.
Yeah, I think he was forcing too many shots in the first half. Now the game's coming to him.
Burke, the pass to Satoransky. Smith with a screen on Gordon. The shot by Satoransky, no good. Rockets have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. To the paint, here's Nene. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And another miss by Washington. And here's Houston. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. Brewer is just a hero. There's the steal. To the left wing. Here's Satoransky. Misses off the left iron.
Yep, tough for them to bounce back when he's shooting like this. He's been off all period.
Harrell kicks to Nene. And Nene slams it in. Great game for him. Double-double now. 10 points and 11 rebounds.
He uses that 7'5" wingspan. Nene has the reach to spike it home.
Burke, the pass to Satoransky. Screen by Smith. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And a moment now to discuss injuries. Something, Doris, that all teams have to deal with, the most players as well from time to time. Let's get your take on what's the key to staying healthy.
Well, I think obviously most professional athletes realize that they have a limited window with which to make money with their body. And so if you are smart from the time you enter the league going all the way through your career, you're doing the right things. You're getting the proper rest. You're paying attention to nutrition. You're getting massages. You're going to the chiropractor. You're taking all kinds of both proactive and preventative steps to stay healthy. From a league perspective, this is obviously crucial because they know that the players are their most important commodity. And so you're starting to see individual teams and organizations track the movements of their players, both in practice and in games. That kind of data is critical because if you see somebody wearing down, if the data is in fact telling you, okay, Dwayne Wade has run far too much in the last week, let's dial back practice. Let's sit him one game. I think the key is just continue to use data and continue to use what we now know and what we will know in the future to try to protect guys.
Harold, that's good.
Well, great vision by Nene, right? I mean, if you're the help defensive guy, you can't leave your man. He's that good a passer.
Washington's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Thornton dishes to Burke. Screen by Smith. Eddie kicks to Thornton. The feed to Nicholson. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Brewers got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Harrell. Washington with the rebound. Smith's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Nicholson. And the rebound goes to Nene. Nene's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Gordon, the pass to Ennis. Back to Gordon. And stolen by Burke. And it's blocked.
Twice on the pipes. Nene sends it back.
From the inbound, and that one's good. Burke's got 7 points here in this quarter. Houston's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the third quarter. And Brewer kicks to Gordon. Expanding his range. It's good from long range.
He hits one in the first half, another here. Not prolific, but the defense has to keep an eye on him.
There's a screen. Burke dishes to Nicholson. From deep, Thornton. It's hauled in by Gordon. Gordon's got his 5th rebound in this one.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Ennis misses.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
You love the confidence, but that's a situation where they really needed a better look.
Thornton against Gordon. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
The mechanics totally out of whack right now. He's lost his feel for the shot.
What a brutal stretch for him, just trying to work his way out of it, which is harder than it sounds.
Just looking around the league, Doris, pick a few players you think are going to be the face of the NBA over the next couple years.
Well, Anthony Davis comes to mind, certainly the Browns.
Good choice.
Yeah, just you love his multifaceted offensive game. Karl Anthony Towns is another one who...
Isn't he amazing?
I mean, just...
A couple Kentucky guys, too, by the way.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah.
They certainly are coming out of there fast and furious.
They are.
I'll tell you one guy I'm intrigued by. What do you think the ceiling of Andrew Wiggins is?
That length, his jumping ability, I think he's very coachable.
Yes, no doubt.
Played at Kansas the one year, which I think was a great entree into the league. I wonder if the call of Canada is too strong for him to ignore someday down the road.
I'll tell you that. Toronto's a team that has had a lot of defections of free agents.
Yes, they have.
With all these Canadians, does that become a destination?
Oh, Tristan Thompson, and you've got Wiggins. I mean, guys, big-name players that could go back home. Here's Eddie. He kicks to Thornton. And there's the 3-second violation.
Yeah, big blunder there, and that could really cost him.
That's a lack of attention to detail, and that's all it really takes to hurt yourself in a big moment.
And it's Houston's ball. They're on an 18-7 run. McDaniels kicks to Brewer. Houston moving the ball around. Pass to Harden. Down low. From 6 away, and Houston again with the bucket.
Simply crushing it right now. So much more accurate in the second half than he was in the first.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
With the new TV deal, Doris, a lot of good things in the NBA's future. Is this the golden era of the NBA?
I think that this is the golden era, but it's the golden era because of the level of stars that we have. You have LeBron James, a once-in-a-generation player. Steph Curry redefining the very definition of a good shot. I do not like the criticism that these players have been under of late. I know I did not play in the old NBA, Kevin, but to me, we need to celebrate the game as it's presently composed, and that's, to me, the special part.
Washington shooting a pretty sorry 29% from the floor here. Screen by Smith. Feeds it to Thornton for 3. It's rebounded by Houston.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Smith the pass to Thornton. Pass to Burke. Jacks up a 3. The rebound by Harden. Harden's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Right wing. Anderson dishes to Harden. Here's Brewer. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Burke kicks to Eddie. Passes it to Nicholson. And Harden comes to help. Smith the pass to Nicholson. Here's Burke. Here's Smith. Soft touch off the glass.
I'll tell you, solid low post passing made all the difference on that last possession.
Houston's gone 4-7 with the long ball here in the 4th quarter. Harden dishes to McDaniels. Back to Harden. He feeds it to Capella. Now, here is Harden. Defense right on him. McDaniels. Clock is at 3. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance. And this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Rockets.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
You know what? It was a team that was in sync and just trusted one another to take the right shots.
And now on the year, this will take them to 28 wins.
A 2-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep. A good win, and a lot went into it, but I just like the showing
for Capella.
I thought he really played with a great amount of force. No one was going to deny him. He fought through a lot of defensive schemes meant to slow him down and still had himself a night.
From deep, Thornton hits it from three-point range. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
A three from Anderson. Anderson can't get that one to fall.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
And Thornton kicks to Burke. Rockets with the rebound. 17 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Harden the pass to Brewer. A three-pointer off the mark. And here is Burke. So we see Houston taking the W here. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. Now time to head over to the studio where the award-winning Ernie Johnson is with Shaq and Kenny, all standing by. Guys, take it away.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kev Kevington. And now we...
Oh boy, he had the arena rocking the night with the show he put on. That's one of the best performances I've seen from him. Something just clicked. I don't know what it was. It just all came together.
He was a wrecking ball underneath. His size, his toughness, his strength. Clearly the most physical guy on the floor tonight. But also, he had a sweet touch around the basket.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Kenny Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, for Kevin Harlan, and for the entire 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. I hope you have a wonderful, even beyond wonderful, a spectacular, just great. I mean, see you.
Good night.